In this video we're looking at how we multiply a mixed number by a whole number, and I've got one here, 1 and 1/5 multiplied by 3. Now there's actually more than one way you can do this, and I'll go into more detail on why in a different video, but for this one I'm just going to show you this quite simple method. So here's my mixed number, 1 and 1/5, and we're multiplying that by 3, and that's represented here. We've got 1 whole and 1/5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break this part down into two bits, our whole number and our fraction. So I've got my first calculation, which is going to be 1 times 3, because 1 here times by the 3. And we're also going to do the 1/5, which is in two parts, 1/5 times 3 as well. So I've got that there, because we've also got 1/5 here times by 3. Now I've got the bars here to show you that, and I'm going to use them because I'm going to times both these bits by 3. So there's 1 times, 2 times, and 3 times. And as you can see, 1 times 3, well, not the hardest problem, is 3. Now, we looked at multiplying fractions in a different video. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to have to change my space quite wisely. There's 1/5, 2/5, and 3/5. I'm going to bring this one down here. I'm going to drag them down there because we've just multiplied by the numerator here. So 1 times 3 is 3/5, and our denominator, the bottom number, doesn't change. Let's put these out of the way. And as you can see, we've done our two bits. All we need to do now is combine the answers, and we've got 1, 2, 3 holes, and 1, 2, 3/5. So our answer really is just 3 and 3/5, and that's it. There's a couple of problems here you can have a go at solving. So we've got 1 and 2/8 times 3, and here you have that already represented visually. And here you've got 2 and 1/3 times 2, and again there that is, you've got 2 holes this time and a third. If you want to pause the video and work them out, and then I'll show you the answers. Okay, so this first one here, we've got 1 whole times 3 first of all, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and then we've got 2/8 times 3. Again, we can just do 2 times 3, which should give us 6/8. So there's 2/8 times 1 times 2 times 3. If we add them up, we do get 6 there. So our answer is 1, 2, 3, sorry, and 6/8. So it should be 3 and 6/8. First answer. This one down here, we've got 2 already, and we're times that by 2. So that's 1 times 2, 2 times 2. And we just need to bring in an extra bar. There we go. So that's 4, and then we need to times 1/3 by 2. So there we go. I drag that down there. It's a little bit untidy, but you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2/3. So 4 and 2/3. There we go. I hope that helped.